too. I'm Dr. Wanda and I'm seated with
Gia.
Okay, this is actually that she should be in school. But we had a huge storm last night. It sounded like the thunder broke the apartment in half. And we were worried with her going back to Timber Newtown that she would just simply spend like an hour or more just going through flooding. So, because that whole route is always yucky to begin with, so we just said, okay, she'll go a little bit later. So we're taking advantage of this time together. Yeah.
Yeah.
We happen to be talking about the market lady.
Yeah.
And I thought that was some pretty interesting conversation we wanted to share with you. Me and her have two different experiences. And I'm always hurt that every Tuesday, well, now it's Tuesdays and Friday, it's market day. And I always want to get my little CDs together and go to market day and get stuff. And then I get hyped up and ready to go. And then I remind myself, I can't go.
Alone.
I can't go by myself. There's a couple of people there I can go and shop from, but if I don't need anything from them, it's kind of a waste of time. And I just can't go because I'm just forever, permanently, always American.
Yep.
And so they will treat me. And you would think those 1 or 2, 3, 4 CDs don't add up, but they do add up. And then it's just an issue of integrity. So we wanted to go to the market, but then Gia was talking about how, had her opinion about the market, and she was saying what?
I was saying how we're at the market. There's a woman who sells fish. Next to a woman who sells fish. Next to a woman who sells yam. I mean, you go from this place to the exact same. So I think that everybody should have something different. This girl is selling carrots. This girl is selling potatoes. This girl.
I don't know what it is, and I told you, I said, I don't understand why they don't understand the idea of a varied market. Where, if you already have 2 people selling fish, let those 2 people sell the fish, and somebody else sells, potatoes, cabbage, carrots, and something. But they don't do that. And the thing is, even when there is some variety, like they still sit next to each other.
They still sit next to each other, and they always have one thing that the other person has.
Like, for example?
Like, you'll see this woman selling candy. When she's selling candy, there's another woman who also sells pop. Then you also see she'll have the exact same pop that the other lady is selling. When the other lady is selling pop, but you selling candy.
Okay, so when you see this, you were saying that you felt like, I said it's not competitive. Gia says it is competitive. How is it competitive?
It's competitive to me because, they always seem like I got more money than you. People they're coming to me instead of you. And sometimes I just think it back like, okay, I'm selling lemonade, you selling iced tea. You go and get 50 pesos higher than me.
They do play with those numbers.
And you feel like, oh, I'm better than you. Everybody's coming to my store and not yours, and that's how I think they're comparing.
Yeah, but it's the same stuff. Like sometimes I've defaulted down to another vendor because the American black is relational. If we like you and you've been good to us, you got a lifelong customer. We coming no matter what. We bringing everybody we know to you, and we are devoted. But the Ghanaian is not relational. So I don't have a problem cheating on them. So if I get there and you don't have what I want, I go right while that lady is sitting there. I'll go right to the next vendor. But they do get mad at you about that.
They do.
They hold a grudge with you about that.
They will. Like, there was this incident where I was buying potatoes. So when I was buying the potatoes, the lady said that, oh, today we only have white potatoes, and I was looking for sweet potatoes. So she got mad when I went to the other lady who was having sweet potatoes. And she was like, why did you go over there? Her potatoes aren't that good. They always be rotten. They have worms in them.
They do diss each other a lot.
You shouldn't be going over there. You should come to mine and just buy the white potato. And I'm just like, No, I'm
I
looking.
get the right to like what I like.
Yes, and I'm looking for sweet, and what you have is white. It's not the same.
Listen, we offer a womb cleanser, okay, and there was a particular elder that we went to when we ran out of it to put together the womb cleanser that was suggested by another friend here. And so there was a new herb lady that showed up at market. And she has a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. The edible chalk, the OD seed, the she has stuff for your intestinal tract. She has stuff for to ward off evil spirits. Whatever you look, she had a lot. Okay, I'm not saying it's authentic, but she had it. So we had already bought what we was gonna buy from the elder, and was just kind of walking through market. Now I'm walking through market with my husband, and this is an uncommon phenomenon. Ghanaian men and women don't go to market together, and I really never even knew how special it was until someone commented in God, and he heard it. Oh, they look so cute together. That's so beautiful. He's at market with her, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, really? So this is kind of like a way of kind of like a date, or they see it as like an extension of affection. He was like, yeah, look around the market, and I looked around and I was like,
You
wow.
understand?
So I was doing what us women do. We peek and look at everything, check out everybody. We just looking. We ain't been getting ready to buy nothing. We just looking. I get to the younger woman. She's walking. What is this? Okay, explain this. What is this? So Isaac goes to the market a few days later, and the older woman runs up to him, and she said, "I saw you over there talking to that lady. And that lady's herbs and this, that, the other, it's not this, and it don't do this, and some of that stuff be fake and blah, blah, blah." He said, we were just looking, we were just talking, okay? And he knew what it was. He showed complete respect to the lady. I said, who is she to dictate where I look at just because I bought something from her? But they are competitive that way. When you come to them, they want you to come to them, even if you can find it cheaper, even if you can find it at a larger quantity. They want you to come to them, and they express it clearly that you have offended them by being across the street in somebody else's face.
And I mean, sometimes they do all the against you. Sometimes they'll chit chat to their friends and be like, "That's the same woman who ditched my store. That ditched my store and went to another person's store."
As if this is not a market. I don't understand how they don't understand. Like, that's the whole point of it, is that there is just a gathering of entrepreneurs, of woman vendors together, and that gives us the right to check out whomever, how many, and buy from whoever we want to.
And I mean, it's supposed to have a variety.
It does. It's supposed to have a variety. I can say I'm in Palm, so when I really, really need certain things, we have to go to Community One, or we have to go to a Shima. And a Shima is rough. A Shima got everything. It's got everything, but it's got everything. Meaning that they do shoplift, they do pick your pockets, they do other criminal elements. There's other criminal energy that's there, but you do find quite a bit of really amazing stuff in the Shima that you're looking for. So this Palm market is a smaller market, but I like community. But I can never enjoy it the way I really want to enjoy the market as a woman, because
rush. Is it because of rush?
And I can't go alone. I can never go alone.
I can go alone.
Can you?
Yeah.
How can you go alone, Gia? Let me hear this.
I could go alone because I already know how slick they are. Because I've already been to people who sell, okay, you're selling pop for 1 cedi 50 pesos. And I go to this lady and she says 1 cedi 70 pesos. Then I said, no, that's too much. So then I go to another lady, 2 CDs. And the next lady, 3 CDs. And I'm like, nope, I'm going right back to 1 cedi 50
So you're
pesos.
turning into them, because Isaac will walk a mile to save 1 CD. He really will. Me, I gauge everything. How badly do I need this? Uh, was this even on the shopping list to begin with? You know, did I walk or did I ride? All of this gauges whether or not. Look how she looked at me. All of this gauges what I do at that market. But you are getting into that too, where you'll walk a mile to save a CD.
Not I'll walk a mile, and if I don't feel like walking that mile, I'm gonna tell you what the price is, and you're gonna sell it to me.
No, they not. They still cheat you.
And I mean, if you give me the wrong change, I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna wait till you get comfortable. I just cheated this little girl.
That's because you're in Timbuktu and they've come to know her in Timbuktu. And so that is one of the blessings about committing to a community, is that the more that they know you, it does kind of empower you to confront. But the confronting can still leave a residue. And sometimes they don't like you after that.
No, and guess what? I don't care. I don't care.
That's because you're getting tired.
I don't care no more because I want to buy my ice cream. If you don't want to sell it to me, if you're gonna look hateful, I don't have no problem walking right over to the other woman who sells better ice cream than you and buying it in your face because
and she knows. And this is really kind of an American way. If you're not pleasant, if you're rude, if you're overlooking us, we definitely won't spend money. Like that is the ultimate. You know, we get very offended by that behavior. There is some of that behavior here. I find some of it is not so much directed at me. Some of it is, to me, it seemed like just long days and then long stretches of boredom. Okay, you're sitting out there, you selling tomatoes, onions, and something else, and you've been out there all day, and you really haven't made a lot of sales. And so I walk up, and yeah, you still are carrying that, just like that bored.
Rage.
Yeah. Well, is it rage to you?
It's rage to me because, I mean, they thinking about it all day. Oh man, I didn't even make one CD.
Oh, I got you.
They see you like
that hope.
Yeah.
Keep hope alive. That hope.
Yeah, like you just the watching walking angel coming up.
Yeah, but then you do slick stuff. You know, walking angel for what? So because you have people that have stuff to sell and they won't discount it. They won't give you a discount.
No.
And sometimes they'll even play you. So, for example, they sell the tomatoes like in this can.
Yeah, they do.
And they stack it like in a triangle form. And sometimes, okay, you'll say, how much is this? And they'll say the whole thing is 5 CDs. So you feel good about that. You're like, cool, I can make my stew. I can use some for a salad, whatever. You get the tomatoes home, and then you see where they stacked it, but they put the rotten ones in there. And so then you got to gauge, like, did I win or did I lose? Because, yes, I got, most of the stuff can be, to me, most of it can be salvaged. You cut it in such a way. But when you can't salvage the treatment, like, wow, you knew that you took old tomatoes and fixed it in this triangle. And specifically, you put the worst ones in a way so that it camouflaged, to the eye.
That's exactly what they do. They do that with meat pies.
Yes.
They do that with bananas.
Yes.
They do that with sometimes they do that with coconuts.
I haven't experienced it with coconut.
Where they'll give you a coconut without water in it.
Really?
Sure will.
That thing been sitting there a long time then.
Coconut without water.
Wow.
They'll give you a coconut without water, or sometimes they cut a hole inside the coconut. So
and take the water.
Take the water. See, when you buying it, they'll do like this. Oh, water's in it. Then when they'll go in the back, they'll make a little hole through the coconut and all the water.
So why take the water if the whole point is you buying the coconut for the milk, for the juice of it? Why are you taking the water? That's
the dumb part. And then they get offended when you come back and say, what's going on?
My coconut is dry.
Yeah, and they'll be like, I'm not the one who did it.
No,
it's the tree.
you teaching me something, baby. I ain't know nothing about the draining of the coconut. Now I got to watch my coconut.
or sometimes they'll give you a rotten orange and they'll color it.
Now I don't know about the rotten orange. Now you offended me for real. Come on, stop playing. They grow lots of oranges here. They don't need to do that.
They grow lots of oranges here, and you need to start checking your oranges because
I don't buy oranges. He do.
Well, whoever be buying oranges, check your oranges, especially if you here, because in Tama Newtown they give you rotten oranges like it's like apples.
Now I did go through a mean spell with diluted honey. So much so I had to take it off of Wonderland's Naturals because we did the test on it and all, like, except for one, all the honey was not pure honey. I had to remove that. And it's pretty common knowledge that you have to be careful with the red palm oil because they admitted to it. They will add paint. They have added coloring to make it red instead of just letting it have its naturalness. Now, in defense of that, there's a group of market women that came together that said, look, we're going to band together to always serve authentic red palm oil to offset that horror of that. And so the same kind of unionized way they did that, other market women need to do that because it's only so many times you're going to let somebody sell you a rotten orange or the tomatoes in the triangle and have the rottenness there, the drained coconut. That's just so wild to me.
Yeah, they sure do.
You know, so yeah, but in spite of all of that, I'm gonna tell you something. I still look forward to market day because when you find that treasure, okay, one of the things that's selling on Wonderland's Naturals like a lot because I sell it by bulk is Percocet. It's only grows here and it only grows in Israel, and so it's a very valued. Well, you know, they call it like a fruit pie, but it's a very valued seasoning. It flavors well, but it also is medicinal. You know, the Odie seed, going and getting that Odie seed. The what's the other thing that's selling?
Lemongrass.
I don't get the lemongrass from them. I have a lady, I walk over to her grass and ask her for some, but you will find those certain things and you look forward to your market lady that you go and they got that big thick fish that we was eating that helps with stews. They have certain things that make the market fun, and when you meet a beautiful market lady, whether she's selling yam or smoked fish, whatever, it is a joy. Would you say that?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta really cherish that. I'm just shocked myself that you didn't know about the coconuts.
No, I mean I get coconut, but I usually get it when we're out and they punch the hole and they give you the straw. So I don't get it in the manner that you're receiving it because each community does something different.
But some people order their coconuts whole. Some people order their coconuts sliced into small little pieces.
Got you.
Or some people that like what do you call it? That yam ball.
Oh
no,
yeah,
no, that cassava ball.
Cassava ball. And they sell the coconut with it.
They sell the coconut with it. Sometimes some people when they order it, they put the rotten side under the what do you call it? The coconut meat.
So
they
you see, the market is rough.
It's rough.
But it's very much a part of being in Ghana, getting healthy in Ghana. You go to market, and it saves you a lot of money than going to, say, Melcombe or Palace Mall. We do shop there, but if I really want to save some money, I go to market. Go to market. So, anything else you want to say about market women, market day?
You gotta be careful with the fish that they give you.
What's happening with the fish? Don't spoil the fish. What's happening with the fish? Because I don't deal with market for the fish. We right over here, and the husband, a couple of these men are seamen. They go out as fishermen, they come back, and the women put the fish on their head, and they already walking. They bring it right from the sea to you. Yeah.
So, what has been happening with the fish is you'll see them with worms inside the fish. They'll give you a rotten...
Now, he did get rotten fish from this lady over here. She had held it for a while. That has happened.
They'll give you rotten fish, and usually like they refry it to cover, oh, this is fresh fish. I just got it just like a couple of minutes ago. Then you check and you open your fish and you see like, what is this? It's all dead worms that have been fried and it makes you.
Oh, that way you done cooked it in the fish?
Sure did.
Oh Lord.
Where and then some of them, they have been keeping the fish and they'll be keeping them in smelly places, and that's what makes the fish die, like the fish meat die.
I see.
So that's why if you buy fish here, check your fish. If you buy coconuts, check your coconuts for water. Always check the size of your orange. And sometimes they give you fake oranges too.
I haven't had fake orange. What's a fake orange?
These Chinese people be making them, and they be buying them just because they're so greedy for money that they'll end up.
How do they make a fake orange?
Yeah, you have not seen like sometimes.
I've seen where they've made fake things, but I'm saying, how do they make it fake enough to put it on a market in Ghana?
They've made it so fake. There was this last seller where it was like it got into a big issue where it was this orange that they had put like some really heavy metal or something to make it seem like it's a real orange, because orange are heavy.
Yeah, they are.
They're heavy, so they put something in there and they covered it with real orange skin. They covered this ball with real orange skin, and they sold it to the person. They be like, "Oh, this is a special orange. We just got it from China."
She did tell me over in Timma Newtown that she does run into a fair share of non-Africans.
I did, because
Indians, Asians. And they're there for what?
I don't know what they're there for.
When you talk to them, they're looking for market ladies.
They're looking for market ladies.
And they want market ladies to do what?
So, there was this white person who ran into me. He was like, he started speaking Tree, and I was like, oh, no, I speak English. And he was like, oh, okay. So he said, where can I find the fish lady in this market? And I said, what type of fish are you looking for? Because I mean,
one fish lady.
Because my brain was like, what fish? So I said, what type of fish are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for tilapia. So I said, oh, if you want tilapia, you could go straight down there and you'll see a woman smoking tilapia. So he said, okay, and he went on his way. And the whole time I'm thinking here, like, how could you not know what fish, like...
We don't know that's territorial too. There's a fish lady that sells salmon. There's a fish lady that sells tilapia. There's one that's grilling, say, octopus. That's her claim to fame. But there are some stuff where they're kind of territorial about what they're selling. And yeah, so he asked for the fish lady. It could be 50 of those.
15
in one strip. So,
one strip.
But anyway, what else before we sign out?
Like I said, check your stuff.
Check your stuff.
And
check yourself, because if you offend them because you're frequenting other market ladies, it does put it like sort of a bad wedge there, and there's a pettiness sometimes with the market ladies you just don't expect. So that's enough with market ladies. This girl played hooky on a Monday and had an opportunity to sit down and talk. We were talking. I said this would be a good topic to share.
Yeah.
So hope you learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
We signing off.
Bye.